Hello, hello. Please hit that subscribe button and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so today I'm going to walk through how I put together my gnomes. These are great sellers at craft fairs, online on Etsy, especially around the holidays. I'm already, as you can see, getting orders for Christmas gnomes. So I figured why not give a quick tutorial so hopefully some of y'all can get on board and make some extra Christmas cash. Need is, for mine, like I said, it'll be Christmas, so I have this red, I don't even know what you call it, but it's like, it reminds me of a Santa suit for the gnome hat. You'll need the felt body to make your gnome. I also sew labels into mine, so I have my label. You'll need your beard, which is faux fur that I order off of Amazon, and I'll link to that in the description below if you'd like to order some. I use noses that are squishy balls. You can also use wooden balls that are, I believe the size I use is like an inch in diameter, so you can use 1 inch wooden. You can also find on Amazon. You'll need a zip tie. The stuffing for inside of your gnome. I weigh mine down with the poly pellets they're called or something. I'll link to those as well. I get mine at Joann's, so I'll stick that in there. And then I have this little skewer thing to help with turning my gnome hat right side out. So this fabric, you'll cut your hat out, and once you do, you just sew it down the length of the hat and turn it right side out. And I give it a little shake. And here you can see that's not quite as nice of a point as I like, so I take my skewer and I help poke the end of that hat out more so that it's just a little bit pointier. I think it looks cuter and just more finished that way. So there we go, and then I take it and I tie a knot on the end. Some of them, instead of a knot, I'll sew like a cute little dangle on there, like for fall. I actually glued a little pumpkin to the end. I've done jingle bells for Christmas, Easter eggs around Easter time, just anything to add a little bit of cuteness. But for this gnome, I just like the simple knot. So there's my hat. I'll set it aside, cut these extra threads off. And then I also, on my hats, I glue on this cute little patch, but we'll get to that later. So as I mentioned before, I have my felt body that I sew together. There's his little bottom, and you get this. I've already filled it with the poly pellets, and now and that's just to give it some weight, so it'll, it doesn't just flop over because the polyfill is pretty light. So now I'll stuff my polyfill into his body, and I stuff it pretty full because I don't want it to be like super like floppy looking. You want him to be pretty plump and full so that he looks good. And there you have it. So as you can see, it's not really spilling out the top, but it's definitely stuffed in there tight to the top. Once I have that, I take my zip tie. I get these at Home Depot. I'm sure they're cheaper somewhere else if you want to look, but Home Depot was just convenient when I was looking for them. I scrunch up the top and I zip tie it closed. So you can see my zip tie and it's all closed there. I have it filled with the polyfill, so it's got a little bit of weight. Now I'll trim this off. And there's that. So this is the back. You can see I've sewn in my tag with my logo on it. So the next step is to glue on his beard. So I will take this, put it on my Teflon sheets so I don't ruin my cutting mat. There's his beard. Let me grab my hot glue gun. And this cordless SureBonder glue gun is the greatest. I have it plugged in away from me, but it's easy to grab it when I need it. So there's the glue. And I just take it and I glue it on my gnome where it looks good, where his beard kind of, as you can see, flops off the edge. I don't have a, you know, they look good too if you do it higher up where you can see a little bit of his body underneath. I just prefer the ones where they kind of have their little beard flopped out on the table. So once I've got his beard glued on, I will put a blob of glue for his nose, stick that on there, hold it for a minute because you don't want to move too quickly. His nose will fall off if you're using the high temp glue guns. It does take a little bit for the glue to settle up and get stiff enough that it won't move and fall off on you. Okay, so that should be good. Now we're ready to put his hat. Oh, see, I didn't wait long enough and his nose moved. All right, we'll wait a little longer. I just love this green faux fur. It's adorable for an inspired gnome for the holidays. One year I had a whole Grinch themed tree and it was super cute. Okay, I just took off a little bit of his shedding beard while I'm waiting. All right, we should be good now. So I'll show you how I attach his hat. It's really simple. I fold under the edge because you don't want your raw edge showing, and I just put it on him. Adjust it and play with it till it looks cute. Some of them I do more slouchy and scrunched up like that. It reminds me of like a sleepy gnome with his pajama hat on. Others I won't have it scrunched up right there, but I'm liking the scrunched up look on this guy, so we'll go with it. And then once I have it on, I flip him over and I just start tacking it down with hot glue. Ow. Sometimes you burn yourself. It's all good. Alright, then once I've got it glued around his body, trim off this piece that I got everywhere. I go back to his nose and I mess around with how it fits on his nose until I'm happy with it. As you can see, so some of them, a little more of the nose will be poking out. Some, like this one, I'm going to fold it down and just have a teeny bit of his nose peeping out at us. Put that down. Stick a drop of glue. It doesn't take much for this part, and you don't want it to squirt out all over the place at you. And just a little more. All right, there you have it. He has his hat on, but you can see he's pretty plain, which is still cute, but I'm extra, so we are going to give him a patch on his hat. Okay. Trim it up a bit, and then once I've got the patch cut out, I just fray pull off the edges so they're frayed, because I think it gives it a cuter little messy gnome look. All right, peel my backing paper off. Okay, then once I have that done, I add some hot glue to my patch. And I add it to his hat. And just kind of hold it up, get an idea of where I want it. And then I gently lay it on, gently press it to make sure it adheres everywhere. Fidget with his hat a little more. There. I'm going to add an extra drop of glue, because when you mess with it, sometimes you'll just get that hat looking a little bit more how you want it, and I think I just need to tack it down some more because it keeps trying to pull back up on me. So I just tack it down a little bit more here on the sides, and that looks much more like how I want it to stay. There we have it, our cute Christmas gnome, ready for his new home. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit that notification button if you'd like to see more. Thank you.